I just started a brand new TikTok account and gained over 10,000 followers in less than 24 hours. In fact, I gained over 50,000 followers, but I didn't think that would make a good title for this video. By the end of this video, you're gonna know the 5 things that you need to do on a new account or on your existing account to make the same exact thing happen to you, because it's easier than ever before right now to not only grow on TikTok, but also to get monetized on TikTok. But I will warn you, if you skip any of the 5 things I share with you in this video, it's going to be the reason you fail to grow right now during the easiest time ever to accomplish your dreams on TikTok. Step number 1 is you need to make sure that you set up and warm up your account correctly. Here's what you need to do. Okay, now in order to warm up your account correctly and set up your account correctly, here's what you need to make sure that you're doing. First and foremost, you need a profile image right here that is all the way zoomed in and it needs to be bright. That's why I chose these bright colored greens here, and it's why I put this stuff on my face right here. In addition to that, you need to make sure that the name of your profile ideally contains your niche inside of it. That's why I named this page Rob the AI Guy, because I'm going to be talking about AI on here, so I want that to be very easily recognizable. In addition to that, you need to make sure that your description contains 3 different lines and ideally at least 1 emoji, and it needs to have the keywords you're going to be posting about. On this page, I post about AI tools. I post about AI news. I post about AI automations, AI agents, and I'm making AI easier to learn, which is exactly why I have all of this set up the exact way that this is set up. And what that does is forces TikTok's algorithm to understand exactly what kind of content I'm posting about, so they know who to actually show my content to, so that it gets shown to the correct audience. Now, in addition to that, something else that I did, if we come over to my followers right here, you could see that I have followed a few people. Haven't followed a ton, but I have followed a few. In the beginning, most of the people that I followed were all in my niche. Now, what you need to make sure that you do is that 1, you are not posting your TikToks from a computer. Don't do that. I'm showing you this from a computer right now because it's the easiest for me to be able to screen record, but every single thing I post is posted from a phone. You need to be doing that same exact thing. In addition to that, you need to make sure that you're actually engaging with people on TikTok. If you only go on TikTok just to post, TikTok is going to end up thinking you're a bot and they aren't going to warm up your account. So you need to make sure that you're following other pages, you're commenting on other pages, you're liking other pages, at least in the beginning. Once you actually start to get some traction, you don't have to do this anymore, but that's what you need to make sure that you're doing, especially in the beginning, because it's going to get your content pushed out to more people and it's going to increase the odds that TikTok is actually going to push out your page. In addition to that, I want to be very realistic with you guys. If we scroll down, we could see that this page did well from the beginning. Now, the reason that it did well from the beginning is because of what I'm going to show you in just a little bit. But as we can see, I literally, like every week, have been getting videos with over 100,000 views. And that's one of the reasons is because of this next thing I'm about to share with you. Step number 2 is you need to make sure that you are only creating content about viral topics. I cannot emphasize this enough. If you are going after anything other than viral topics, it's going to be the reason that you're not getting the growth that you want to right now on TikTok. But don't worry, there's a really easy way for you to be able to figure out exactly what is going viral today in your niche. Now, this right here is how I would recommend you doing this. What I did was I created a list of the top 26 people in my niche, not by followers, but by people that are actually getting views. Because what I want to do is come to this list every single morning and check it. Now, you could do this manually, or you could set up an AI automation to do this. In fact, that is what I've done over here, and I want to show you exactly what this looks like. So essentially what I've done is I built an AI automation that allows me to connect all of these people right here over to this AI automation. And what this allows me to do is actually just click a button and it literally tells me what is trending from all these people. So in the past, I would have had to go through each and every single one of these manually. But now what I could do is come over here to Deep Agent and just chat with it, and it will automatically do this. Check this out. If we come over here, we could see that this literally went through all of these posts. In fact, it said that it looked at 44 videos from the last 24 hours from these 26 people, and then it gives me the top videos right here, and then all I do is go ahead and create a video on these topics. Now, if you don't have an AI automation like that set up, here's what you would do. you would come over and you would look at each of these people. For example, we could pull up Sabrina right here. Then we would go through her page and we want to know in the last 24 hours what videos are actually doing really well of hers. And as we could see, this video right here is doing really well, 70,000 views. So I would then add that to my list of videos that I would potentially make that day. And then we'd go through everybody else. We'd pull up Nick right here. And we would see, once his page loads, that in the last 24 hours, maybe he posted good videos or he didn't post good videos. And as we could see right here, looks like he didn't. So I'm going to skip him. Not going to even take his post into consideration, and you would go through all these, finding out exactly what is trending in your niche. Now, if you don't have a list of your competitors, you literally just have to come over to TikTok and you have to do searches for things people would ideally be looking at in your niche, and then you'll be able to get a list of these competitors, and it makes it way easier to know exactly what's trending in your niche. Now, on top of actually just choosing viral ideas on TikTok, like I just showed you, you also need to make sure that you are communicating the right things to TikTok, aka putting the right metadata on those posts, because you could choose the right topic, but if you mess up this next step, it's gonna be the reason you don't get the followers you want. Now, I do want to emphasize, you can't only be focused on just choosing the right topic from what's working for other people in your niche. You also need to make sure that your metadata is correct. So for example, one of the most viral posts that I made was about ChatGPT watermarks. If I come over here and I type in ChatGPT watermark, we're going to see there were several viral videos in like June, July, August about this. We could see my video right here, another video right here, another video here, another video here, another video here, another video here. We can see all these crushed. Now, the reason that this post did so well is if we look at this, we see ChatGPT 5 watermark as text on the screen. You also literally hear it come out of my mouth right here. Another subtle thing that I did in this video that actually helped it go viral was I had my fiance and our cat in the background. It kind of just captures people's attention, and it adds an Easter egg into the post and actually gets people to say, what's going on in the background? I want to watch this, or I want to look at this, and then actually end up staying a little bit longer than they otherwise would have. In addition to that, if we come over here, we could see ChatGPT 5 started leaving watermarks, same exact thing here in the description, and it shows in the hashtags right here. And then also, if we look at the comments, it shows several different times in the comments. So if you think about this, from a metadata perspective, we have text on the screen, we have transcription, aka in the voiceover, we have it showing up in the description, we also have ChatGPT showing up in the hashtags. So that's 4 places, but then also the most important is that it's also showing in the comments. So that is 5 places in total. And if you don't have whatever keyword is identifying to TikTok what the topic is about and what they should be focused on and who they should actually show the content to, then you are going to get left behind on TikTok. And TikTok might show your content to the wrong people, which is why you're not getting the views that you want, even though you might be posting about the right thing. Now, step number 4 is you need to make sure that you are actually getting enough followers on TikTok. In fact, there's a telltale sign that you're not getting the followers that you deserve. If you take the number of followers that you have and divide it by the number of likes that you have, that should be at least 10 to 15%. If it is less than 10 to 15%, it means you're not putting a good enough call to action in your videos. And if you don't know what a call to action is, it's when you say at the end of your video to follow you for a specific reason. For example, on my AI account, what I'll do is I'll say things like hit that follow button if you want to automate your work with AI, or hit that follow button if you want to learn more about AI, or hit that follow button if you want to be smarter about ChatGPT if I'm making a video specifically about ChatGPT. And you need to do the same exact thing in your content. But please do not say something like follow for more. Instead, you need to think about the topic of the video or the hook of the video and think to yourself, what does this viewer already believe to be true or to be false, and get them to hit that follow button for that. For example, if I was doing something around music, let's say that I was doing a post about Bad Bunny, I would do something like follow if you love Bad Bunny. Or if I were doing something about football, I would say, follow if you love the Patriots, or follow if you think the Patriots are going to win, or whatever team I was actually talking about in that post. You need to make sure that whatever that call to action is specific about that video and basically gets your viewers to raise their hand and say, yes, this is me. Now, the final and last thing that you need to make sure you're doing is posting on your stories on TikTok. This is one of TikTok's latest features that they are currently pushing out. In fact, we've had stories on TikTok for almost like 2 years now. In the beginning, they pushed it out a lot, but they're bringing that back because they want way more people to be posting on TikTok stories, and they recognize how good this actually is. In addition to that, I would strongly suggest that you post carousels on TikTok. They're really easy to make. In fact, you could generate them with AI, and this is going to allow you to get more followers a lot faster. So ideally, you should be posting 3 types of content or 4 types on TikTok if you want to grow the fastest. If you're going to go the 3 route, you want to make sure you're posting on your stories, you're posting videos, and you're also posting carousels. If you're going to go the 4th route, and this isn't necessarily a requirement, but it will help you grow faster, you want to post carousels, post regular videos, post stories, and make sure that you're going live at least 1 time a week on TikTok, because creators that are going live right now are getting more followers than creators that don't. In fact, I've seen so many different accounts with 50,000 followers, 100,000 followers, 200,000 followers. They don't even post content. They simply just go live. Now, if you want to grow faster on TikTok and find a way to get monetized on TikTok the same exact way that I was able to help this creator do it, and this creator do it, and this creator do it, I want to work with you one-on-one. In fact, I want to guarantee I can help you grow faster on TikTok. If that sounds interesting, well, please keep watching this video because I've got a special offer for you. The opportunity to grow on TikTok and this organic reach that we're currently seeing is not going to last for forever. And the only 2 things holding you back from getting the followers that you deserve right now on TikTok and the followers that you want is 1, you haven't implemented the steps that I share with you in this video to help you get more followers. And 2, you haven't gotten into my TikTok mentorship program yet, where I literally am going to guarantee that I help you get more followers in the next 30 days, or you get your money back, 0 questions asked. And the way that this works is I'm going to tell you exactly what to post, when to post, what hashtags to use to guarantee that you get more followers in the next 30 days. If that sounds interesting, then please go to the link in the description below and get signed up right now. The average person that's gone through this program has gained over 50,000 followers, and nobody has ever gone through it and gained less than 6,500 followers if they implemented everything that I share with them. And since you're still watching this video, I'm going to assume that you're above average. So the odds of you gaining over 50,000 followers is probably quite high. And it doesn't matter what your background is or what your niche is. This program is going to help you get more results faster and easier. If you're struggling right now to grow on TikTok, you need to get into this, because every single day that you wait, it's only going to get harder to grow. So what are you waiting for? Go to the link in the description below and sign up right now. You literally have absolutely nothing to lose. You're going to get more followers on TikTok, or you're going to get your money back. In fact, this creator just went through this program and gained over 10 million followers. This creator over 14 million, and this creator over 16 million. And I want you to be my next success story. So please stop procrastinating, invest in yourself now, and get the TikTok followers that ultimately you deserve. Or I strongly suggest you check out the next 2 videos I put up on the screen, because they're the videos YouTube thinks you should watch next. Thank you so much for watching.